Hello students, today's topic is species, types and species categories. Types of species. Allopatric species. These are species which are related to each other but have been in distinct geographical ranges. Sympatric species. Two or more species are said to be sympatric if they have the same geographical distribution or their geographical distribution overlaps, though they may segregate into different ecological niche. Parapatric species are species which have the geographical range with a narrow region of overlap. All these type of species we have learned in detail in our earlier classes. Sibling species. They are two or more closely related species which are morphologically alike but behaviorally or reproductively isolated from each other. Cryptic species. These are species which look alike but are genetically and sexually different. The difference between a cryptic species and a sibling species are that cryptic species are incapable of interbreeding while sibling species can interbreed but are incapable of producing fertile hybrids. Examples of cryptic species are elephants, African savanna elephants, African forest elephants, and Asian elephants. Monotypic species. This includes group which has a single species but does not include any subspecies. Polytypic species. These are species which have two or more subspecies. Endemic species. These are species which are only found in a particular region. Transient species. Species among contemporaneous organisms, fossil or recent. Agamo species. Species are those which consist of uniparental organisms. They reproduce by obligatory parthenogenesis. Example, bees and wasps. Panmitic species. These are species in which a single interbreeding population occurs. Apomitic species. These are species in which there is a mixing of gametes between different individuals. Incipient species. It is a natural population which has got isolated from the parent population due to geographical barriers but has not accomplished all the qualities for reproductive isolation. According to Grant, there are 5 types of species: taxonomic species, biological species, microspecies or agamous species, successional species, and biosystematic species. As per Simpson, there are only one species type, that is evolutionary species. Species categories. The two main methods to classify species into groups are phenetic method and phylogenetic method. According to the phenetic method, organisms are classified based on phenotypic observations. Example, a dog and a wolf belong to the same genus, while a wolf and a dolphin do not. The phylogenetic method is based on evolutionary relationship between the organisms. If two organisms share a common ancestor, they have been grouped together. In most cases, the phenetic and the phylogenetic give same classification groups, but not in all cases. Let us consider some examples. Case 1, Figure A. Consider butterfly, beetle, and rhinoceros. As per phenetic grouping, butterfly and beetle are morphologically alike and also share a common ancestry when compared to rhinoceros. Hence, in this case, the phenetic and the phylogenetic group are same, as shown in the figure. Case 2. Example: limpet, barnacle, and lobster. Lobsters belong to the group Crustacea. Limpets are marine mollusks. Barnacle belong to a type subphylum Arthropoda. Phonetically, limpets and barnacles look similar, as shown in the figure below. However, as per evolutionary criteria, lobsters and barnacles share a common ancestry. Hence, in this case, the phenetic group and the phylogenetic group are different. Case 3. Lizards, crocodile, bird. Figure C. The phenetic and phylogenetic classification of reptilian group differ because some descendants such as birds of common ancestor of a group have evolved rapidly, leaving behind others or immediate relatives far behind. Due to such shortcomings, another group of thought came: the evolutionary system. Lizards, crocodile, and birds are categorized or grouped based upon this third thought of classification. Phenetic, cladistic, and evolutionary school of classification. The phenetic classification is also known as numerical taxonomy or numerical phonetics in modern biology. The phylogenetic classification is known as cladinism in modern terms. This is the most accepted approach of classification now. The third school of classification is evolutionary taxonomy, which uses both phenetic and phylogenetic relationships into consideration. The table below summarizes the characters used for classification into phenetic, cladistic, and evolutionary classification. Biological species are classified hierarchically. The phenetic, cladistic, and evolutionary classification two aims in hierarchy. According to evolutionists, if species are characterized as inbreeding population, the higher taxonomical levels should also have a well-defined criteria. As per the Linnaeus classification, there are 7 main levels: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, and species. These can further be subdivided. The figure below shows how a phylogenetic tree, which consists of 7 species, can be used to create a cladistic classification, and then it can be correlated with the Linnaeus hierarchical classification. Example: let us consider species 5. Study the cladistic relation. Figure B. The lowest level of classification is species. So in this case, it is species 5. Species 5 and 6 have immediate cladistic relationship and they can be grouped together in genus. Species 5, 6 and 7 form a family. Species 4, 5, 6, 7 form the suborder and species 1 to 7 are grouped into a order. Thank you.